What's up, guys, and welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to be profiling for you the Chocobo deck that I took to a win-a-box tournament this past weekend at The Haven Games in Casselberry, Florida. This upcoming weekend, May 21st and 22nd, they are hosting a re-raise event. There are limited tickets available. I'll leave a link down in the description. So, without further ado, let's talk about the deck. I run a total of 12 search cards. We have 3 Azana, 3 Chocobo Knight, 3 Chocobo Sam, and then the not as good search card, Chocobo. These 3 search when played for a job or card named Chocobo. This Chocobo searches when it's put from the field into the break zone. And of course, they're searching out Fat Chocobo. When Fat Chocobo enters the field, you reveal the top 5 cards from your deck and add all card named Chocobo among them to the hand. Return the others to the bottom of the deck in any order. This card can grab any named Chocobo card, so this is Chocobo, it can grab that, but it cannot grab Chocobo Knight or Chocobo Sam. He can grab this Chocobo Summon because it's named Chocobo. One last thing I want to talk about on this group of cards is Chocobo Sam. He has an ability for 1 wind. You can choose 1 forward, it gains 1,000 power till end of turn. If it's a job Chocobo or card named Chocobo, it gains 3,000 power instead. These combat tricks are very relevant throughout the game. Now on to the rest of the Chocobos. We've already seen the 3 Chocobo summons and 3 Chocobo that can search when sent from the field to the break zone. Let's check out the other 23 Chocobos. So there are a total of 29. 1 drop Chocobo is good, it has first strike. This Chocobo is probably my favorite, as when you play this Chocobo, you can play a card named Chocobo from your hand to the field, so he gets to bring out usually this Chocobo, which when it enters the field gives a forward other than Chocobo himself haste. So oftentimes I was playing this to play this down and give him haste. Additionally, we have this hasty Chocobo that when Chocobo forms a party, all other forwards in the party gain 3,000 power till end of turn, which is pretty nice. We play 2 of this Chocobo. When this Chocobo forms a party and attacks, Chocobo and all other forwards gain in the party gain plus 3,000 until end of turn. We have 3 of this Chocobo. When Chocobo is put from the field into the break zone, you can choose a card of cost 2 or less in the break zone and add to hand. It doesn't have to be a Chocobo, as we'll see later. 3 of this guy, who, if Chocobo forms a party, Chocobo doesn't receive any damage. And then 3 additional Chocobo backups. Before the tournament, I did not have the Opus 15 2-drop Chocobo backup that gave power. So I think I would probably swap at least 1 or 2 of these, potentially all 3 out for that Chocobo. And then the last Chocobo that we played, but not Chocobo by name, is Bismarck. Bismarck, Lord of the Mists, can bounce a character, and when it does, you draw a card. That's once per turn during either turn, and at the end of each of your turns, you choose a win character you control and return it to the hand. Additionally, though I didn't use this effect, you can dull a win, 1 active win forward and choose a forward and deal it 2,000 damage, so you can burn something out in 2 damage increments. Okay. Next group here are, I guess, the tech cards, or the cards that I thought were most relevant to play, and that's 2 Atomos. During each of your turns, when you cast the second card you've cast, choose up to 2 backups and activate them. I did this almost every game. I have Chocobo Sam and Fat Chocobo. You know, if I had a way to play Atmos before I played one of the other ones, I'd be then untapping them to do more shenanigans. But Atmos is awesome. Additionally, at damage 3 for 0 until the end of the turn, he becomes a 4 with 7k power, and when he attacks, you can activate all the backups you control. I never actually used that ability. King Tycoon, pretty self-explanatory, swing in for game. When he enters the field, you can choose any number of forwards and monsters your opponent controls, return them to their hand. I love this card. It won me my third game of the day. I'll get into match details afterwards. However, the king of the deck, the Master Thief himself, Zidane, is honestly what facilitated most of my wins. And I can't exactly profile my opponent's decks, but it was their decks that allowed me to win because I got super lucky. And I think that's an important thing to note with this deck is what you hit off as a Dane can make or break the game for sure. Going into my rounds, round 1, I stole my opponent's Squall, the new Squall from set Opus 16, the hasty one for 4 fire CP, and I also got a Laswell off of him, so I was able to freeze and dull and freeze his Squall and swing in for some points of damage, and this guy just kept going and kept taking cards, but honestly I beat him down with his own Squall and Laswell, and during that game he tried to burn everything out, but I had Chocobo Sam on the field, and he forgot that it gave the +1 to any forward, and so I was able to save one of my forwards by 1,000 points because of Chocobo Sam. So it is relevant, don't count it out. Round 2, so that deck, round 1, was probably the Ice Fire discard, Turbo discard, whatever people are calling it. That was the first game and probably the longest because I was still learning the deck. I just put it together yesterday morning basically. The second round was against the Foca deck. So my opponent was on Foca, mono blue Foca, mono water Foca. Yeah. So Zidane happened to hit my opponent's Leviathan off the top of the deck. And so the story goes when I have my Bismarck and his Leviathan, the boards don't last long, and I'm able to overcome basically anything he threw at me. It was pretty disgusting. I hit that Leviathan for sure. Again, Zidane luck, Master Thief. Your results may vary, so to speak. Andrew is a really nice guy. It was a really fun game. I was unsure of everything the Foca deck did. I know I kind of saw it going around, but yeah, these guys just turbo through it. And then the final match of the day was against Ice, Lightning, like Shinra / Al Cid deck. I'm not really sure of all the capabilities of it, but yeah, I swung in for 2 first turn of the game. Then Zidane that turn had stole a super non-relevant card, but when he attacked, he stole the 7 cost. I'm sorry, I don't know the name of it. A 7 cost card that summoned that when you played it, it would destroy all your opponent's forwards, and then you take damage equal to the number of forwards destroyed. So turn 2, he summoned 2 forwards, passed back to me. I set up more and cast his 7 cost spell to wipe his board, take 2 damage. I swing in for 3 at that point. So he's at 5. His turn 2, my turn 3 of the game, I guess. He casts Cloud, does some other stuff, doesn't have much, and then on my turn I play King Tycoon and put him back to hand and just swing for game. So again, I really enjoy playing the deck, but I think there's a lot of luck involved when playing it. So I'm sorry if this got rambly or awkward. I haven't done a deck profile in a long time. I'm tired of taking cut after cut again. So this is all going to stay in. Hope you guys enjoy the profile. I'll try to get the box opening up now that I actually have a way better idea of everything that's in Opus 16 and what it does. I'm comfortable posting that now. Thanks for watching.